The concept that Simon Reynolds gives us in his very deep analysis of the rave is the important one for us to perhaps think about in terms of the model of friendship that I was talking about downstairs, because this is a far more potent and far more everyday understanding of a self-organizing, coming together, encounter with total strangers in the rave, which produces a kind of euphoric relationship between them, not a sexual relationship but an erotic relationship. We should think of it as an analytical model which we can apply to the kind of question of how do we cross the borders of the ethnoscape, as you put it, which is an interesting term itself. You're right, I think it's going back to some of those deeper, dirtier sounds of black culture of a certain historic time. You know, a lot of that had to be cleaned up before black music could be palatable to a broader audience. And I think in some of this sort of phenomena in music today, we've seen people go back to some of that more difficult stuff that couldn't be taken. Even if we just look at something that's more widely known, like John Coltrane's jazz. If we look at those two pieces that he did, the two great sound constructions or compositions, if we want to call them, Ascension and Om, they were called the devil's music, precisely because of the demonic sound. It becomes a way of thinking about emotions, about our being in the world. And I think that's the function of sound in that case, you see. It's not something representational that you're listening to in a connoisseurial way in order to comment on it. This is far more involving of oneself in producing a new space for oneself. Cosmopolitan sounds, polyglottic sounds, hybrid sounds that are productions of new identity rather than reproductions or representations of ready-made and given identities.